And now a man who wants to become the dean of cable access time killing, Chad Stanley.
Good evening and welcome back to the Literary Talk Show. My name is Chad Stanley, and it's my privilege to welcome my next guest, a self-employed artist, a very talented young woman. Please welcome Antoinette McVey. That was wonderful.
Thanks.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
It just feels good. You know, when you walk into a room, a band should be playing.
They should, actually.
Yeah. Antoinette, we are here to discuss the wonderful world of art.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Antoinette is a self-employed artist. Now, I heard a little guffaw from the band. Yes, it's possible to be a self-employed artist and to be damn successful at it. And she is here today to share some of her crafts with you. I just felt the microphone level go up. How are we doing over there in tech? Yeah, the other big thumbs up. Thank you, Kevin. Antoinette, I got to know doing the disc jockey thing, them at WRUW FM Cleveland. That's how I got to know you. And you are now...
Wonderful years, weren't they?
They
Chad?
certainly were. They certainly were. Case Tech, Western Reserve, whatever. And you have parlayed your education at Cleveland Institute of Art into your own home business.
Soap! Right. What else would an artist do?
You see that late at night when you stagger home from the literary cafe and you turn on the TV to see what's on, and a fine, smooth, well-speaking gentleman says, "It's possible for you to start your own home business." Now, there's a lot of talk there, but you've actually done it.
I've done it.
And you have focused your talents in soap.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit, how did...
There you go.
Oh my.
For you.
We have an example of Antoinette's creation. This is homemade soap. Now, before I open up the package, how do you get... I mean, like CIA is a general... In
Art
the first
school.
couple of years, right,
Yeah.
it's you dabble in a whole lot of things to find something that
Yes.
you really want to focus in
Yes.
on. How did you get from there to the world of soap?
Well, my major was fibers and my minor was painting, and I then traveled Europe and stopped off in England and Scotland for a while and fell in love and came back and married and moved to Denver and started a sweater making business using my fiber talents, and then came back here and sweaters didn't do so well, so I started making soap.
You would figure sweaters would do well because it's snowing like a bitch outside tonight during the filming of this
Yes.
program. Yeah. But sweaters didn't fly.
The summers are very hot.
Yeah.
The winters aren't very long.
But soap is universal.
Yes,
Every
everybody
day
uses
is soap, yeah. So there's a lot of soap out there, Antoinette.
There's a lot of soap out there.
Dove, and
Yeah.
there's pumice, and there's lava, and there's Irish Spring. There's a lot of different soap out there. Now, going into the soap business, you have to find your own niche. Oh my God, I feel like an infomercial. I feel like I'm talking. You know that guy that sells the gold by the inch program? You ever see that?
No.
That's a favorite of mine. But soap, I mean, when you decided you wanted to do soap, what is your niche? You know, what are you focusing in on?
Purity and fragrance. And how it...
Natural products and all that?
Yes.
Right. Are you do you make like little tulips and things like that?
Do I make tulips?
Yeah, like
How
little
would one
soap
make
tulips. You know, that you go into the women's cosmetics section. They have those like little rose soaps that no one ever uses. Usually, you give your mom that for a gift. You know, she says thanks and she puts it on the and it sits there. You go, Mom, you didn't use any of the soap, and she goes, it was a gift.
Didn't need to. Yeah.
Right. But here you have soap, which is very firm.
Yes, it's
very
firm.
nice to the touch, and it's probably fully functional.
It's very functional.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're gonna open this
okay.
up. It feels like Christmas. I want the alcoholics in the bar to focus in on this bar of soap here. By the way, if we can get the we can get a zoom. Oh my. This reminds me of something I had for dim sum today. I get a focus on that.
It is.
As you can see, a multicolored bar of soap suggesting the patterns found on the surface of Jupiter, Saturn, or other such extraterrestrial objects. That's very... Wow, and it smells really nice. What is that, like lavender?
Yes.
Wow, and that's mine?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, it's a combination of different botanicals. Lavender is one of them. And you're the only one that's actually picked up the lavender, so congratulations.
Yes, thanks. So that's really cool looking. Okay, now, are there different soaps? Are there different soaps for like, washing your face versus, your face is like very sensitive versus your hands, correct?
Yes.
I mean, like some people are like,
Yeah,
you wouldn't use a certain soap for your face versus your hands, right?
You can use the same soap. My soaps are very gentle, so you can use the same soap. I don't know. One thing interesting about hands, and this is probably on a tangent, but we have the same sort of antibacterial things on our hands as porcupines do, because we cut ourselves.
Porcupines?
Yeah, because we cut ourselves often, and so do they, I suppose. They prick themselves.
Wow.
So I suppose that our hands stay, well, they're dirty, but, they're not that,
right.
mild or...
Yeah.
They can use the same thing that your face can use.
Yeah, okay. I can't get... This is like a very unique looking bar of soap. Now,
it is. It's
when
one
you
of
are,
a kind.
apart from like natural ingredients and all that, you need to make it visually exciting, right?
Well, it's a
Or does it just
surprise.
happen naturally?
Yes, it does it's by chance. Each bar is unique, but each bar is also by chance to create a pattern like that.
So, is there like a... do you make 1,000 of these, or do you make each one is like a little
I
different?
make about 40 pounds at a time.
Right, so it's like
So
this
that's about
huge
160
slab
at a
of
time.
soap
Yeah.
that you chop up. And where do you do this? In your house?
My house.
Or where? Wow. And the soap is a hit?
Absolutely.
How does one sell
Because
soap?
it's the best.
How does one sell soap? He asked, expecting the answer forthcoming.
People come to me. I go to people. People hear about me, and
Word of mouth.
yes.
Can we have someone from the bar storm the stage and ask us about soap?
There are people here that have used it. So soap on a row. Well, that's possible. I don't think I'll do it.
How about keychain soap?
Oh. No.
No.
What do you suggest to do with the soap when it gets really small?
That is an excellent question.
Okay.
That is the problem with soap. Like different varieties,
Yeah.
they'll stand the test. They'll stand the sliver test. They'll go down to a thin wafer. Some of them, they break apart right in your hands, and they're no use to anyone.
I would suggest wrapping it in a washcloth and keeping it there, and then just using the washcloth as your exfoliant, and the soap is inside, so as it gets wet, all of
Now, Antoinette, if I were to ask you the ingredients that go into your soap, is that like a copywritten trade secret?
It's vegetable oils. They're vegetable based. There are no animal ingredients. Tallow can clog your pores, I think. Plus, I feel that it's absolutely unnecessary to use. And vegetable products.
Do you have a mailing address where people can contact you regarding your soap?
It is Savon is the name of my soap, which means soap in French.
Right
And
on!
it's 16067, P.O. Box 16067, Rocky River, Ohio, 44119.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And you'll send them stuff in the mail, let them know and everything. And they can be hip to the ways of soap. Because you don't want to be... Listen, the Literary Cafe, I speak for the Literary Cafe, we are breaking the boundaries here. We go beyond your garden variety consumer. We're always interested in new music. We're always interested in new media. Thank you, Andrew. We're interested in new trains of thought, and we're also interested in new brands of soap. Just don't go stumbling to the finest at 3 a.m. buying soap. Please contact Antoinette. She'll get you the soap that you really need and that you want and that your family desires.
Yeah.
This is how about in the pet care
I do
industry?
have a pet soap.
Pardon?
I do use tea tree on my dogs. And
Do you have special soap for pets?
Yes.
Is it different than human soap?
No, not necessarily. The one is for pets, and also if you are going to be outside for a while, it's good for the great outdoors, is what it's called, and it helps to repel insects and soothe those insect
So
bites.
since it's mild, it doesn't hurt them.
No,
And there you
absolutely
go.
not.
And you don't have to go to the veterinarian and spend big bucks. You can get Antoinette soap, and after you soap down your puppy, you could soap down yourself as well.
Or at the same
care
time, just
Yeah.
kind of get out there with the hose.
Everybody in the hot tub. On two. All right. That sounds good. Now, soap is not the only thing you've done. Wait, speaking of pets, you have also crafted fabric using shedded dog fur. That is incredible. That is incredible, ladies and gentlemen. And these are from your personal dogs?
Yes, that's
Now, what
from
kind of
my
dogs do you
Malamute. A Malamute Dune. I have a Malamute and a Rottweiler mix.
Obviously, certain dogs lend themselves more to this than others.
Yes, the one it
Eagle
has-
would be problematic.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't work. They're very,
Chihuahua.
very large dogs. The one's 120 pounds and the other one's about 90. And she leaves a lot of hair.
Can someone help us on this? I'm curious to see what the kitty cat, little alley cat, if you could, please, Joe. I'd like to see what the kitty cat's going to think of the dog fur. Bring the kitty up here. I'll try to. All right, she's a little skittish, It's local cable access after all, so you could understand the cat's a little nervous. What do you think of that? I don't think he likes it. Well, the results are inconclusive. It doesn't. Oh, let's try Pumpkin. Cat number one in our special focus group. Cat number one didn't care for the dog. Pumpkin's a lot mellower. Zoom on the kitty.
It's a giant fur ball.
But then again, you didn't make this for cats.
No, I didn't make it for cats.
I just thought, basically I was utilizing an animal. I thought, I'd get some kind of reaction. It would hiss or snap, but it really didn't do anything. This actually, there's no smell. It's very soft.
It's clean.
Probably pretty warm, too.
Extremely.
Wow.
And it is very soft, and it's very easy to work with, too. It's actually amazing that, it takes work to comb the dog, and I think that other cultures use a combination of dog hair and wool.
After you've crafted something, this is a ball of yarn that you could make a sweater
Yes.
out of it,
Yes.
or you could make a pot holder out of it, or whatever. Did you
could.
ever turn around later to the dog and have him smell it? What does the
They
dog
really
say?
don't care. Actually, she has chewed some knitting needles and stuff apart, so chewed them up. And
There you go. The name of the game is soap. That is currently what we're talking about here, but this very well may be the industry of the future, shedded dog fur. Talk about a renewable resource,
absolutely.
Very
warm.
It's very hip and very now, dog fur. Antoinette, thank you for coming to the show. That's Antoinette McVey, self-employed artist. We'll be right back. We are
Access 53 is...
As the host of the Literary Talk Show, it behooves me to introduce cutting-edge talent to you, the listener. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one and the only Buzz Saw.
When you think about it, when you think about it, when you think about it, when you think about it.
This song is dedicated to my grandmother. It's called Gray Pubic Hairs. Grandmother was a rocker. Daddy was one too. Mama was a bopper. What am I supposed to do? Gray pubic hairs. Gray pubic hairs. Gray pubic hairs. Gray pubic hairs. Sister was a loner. Brother was a stoner. Girlfriend says I'm a goner. What am I supposed to do? Gray pubic hairs. Gray pubic hairs. Gray pubic hairs. Gray pubic hairs. Hey! People grow much bolder. Leaders grow much older. Wall is growing colder. What are you gonna do? Gray pubic hairs. Gray pubic hairs. Gray pubic hairs. Gray pubic hairs. Story's almost over. Before you run for cover, there is no four-leaf clover. What are you gonna do? Gray pubic hairs. Gray pubic hairs. Gray pubic hairs. Gray pubic hairs. I want some. I want some. I want some. I want some. Don't want no. No, I know.
When you think about it, when you think about it, that's right. When you think about it, when you think about it, that's right. When you think about it, that's right. When you think about it.
We'll be back with more after this word.
Hey, Ballroom Johnson, what did you think of that last bit?
0. 0.
Good evening, and welcome back to the Literary Talk Show. It's my privilege right now to introduce a very special guest. You can say she's the featured guest this evening. She's got a long and varied and quite impressive resume. Performance artist, poet, writer, reviewer. She's done a lot with her spare time. Won't you all please welcome the one and the only Amy Sparks. Amy, it's a privilege to have you on the show.
Excuse me.
How are you?
Can I put my drink in front of you?
Please, yeah. It adds to the informality that we enjoy, that is our credo, if you will.
10. 10.
You're a performance artist, and it's frankly difficult for me to keep track of all your scheduled activities. I mean, you're involved in a lot of different things.
Oh, I've kind of retired.
You have?
Yeah.
Did you recently have a performance scheduled that was canceled?
Yeah, I was supposed to perform last Wednesday.
And that didn't come off?
No.
It's too bad.
I'm sorry. Yes, it is too bad.
Oh, okay, but that wasn't... You didn't have anything to do with the cancellation. It was just one of those,
It was a decision I made.
Mm-hmm. I hate when that happens. The best laid plans of mice and men.
Well, it was going to be about the Day of the Dead, and
No, yeah.
and
Little Sugar skulls.
Sugar
and all
skulls,
that,
and
yeah.
you really can't buy. I don't really know where to buy sugar skulls around here. So, and I was going to try to figure out how to make them at home, but our oven doesn't really work, and our cat lives on the oven. So I was afraid that it might burn the cat if I tried to make sugar skulls for the performance, and then I had to cancel.
You don't want to burn the cat.
No.
You need a special permit to do that.
A hot tin roof.
No, you need a special permit to do that. Dim sum houses, I assume, have a special permit for that. You've done a lot of writing for the Free Times. How long have you been with the Free Times newspaper, which is an excellent newspaper, by the way, comes out every Wednesday, and it's free?
All the time.
It's free, yeah. I've been with them 3 years.
Quick little question. Are you personal friends with Raldo? Do you hang with him?
Well, we high five when he comes in, brings his article in, and then that's it. We don't really...
Does he smile? Is he a regular guy or is he stuck up?
He's both. I mean, Raldo lives in Cleveland Heights, so he drives down to deliver his articles about Cleveland. And then he goes back up to his house in Cleveland Heights. No, actually, Raldo's a really nice man. He has white hair. He's very dapper.
Yeah,
looking.
I've met him once outside the Coventry Arabica, and I said, Raldo, and he said, yes, and I said, I read your article, and I don't always agree with you, but it's a pleasure to meet you. This was some years ago.
Really? Was he nice?
He was very nice.
Did he have that tweed jacket on?
Yes, and it's very difficult to hate Raldo. I mean, he's a very good journalist in that he knows how to elicit a response from the reader.
I guess.
But so it goes. Enough about Raldo.
Well,
more about you.
that's where I make my money at the Free Times.
All right, very good. Someone told me that you wrote an article about asthma. You apparently had a show scheduled recently that was canceled. I'm sorry, we already covered that.
Well, they keep wanting me to write articles, bigger articles, and there's so many subjects that I can't really weigh in on. I'm not an investigative journalist because I don't really give a shit. So the one topic that I could come up with that I knew very closely was my own illness.
Michael Heaton, do you know him?
Yeah.
Is he a regular guy or is he stuck up?
He's kind of both.
In a battle of wits, who would win, him or Raldo?
Wits.
Yeah.
Michael's faster. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah.
He had 2 babies that,
That's what happens.
Yeah.
2 babies and do not pass go directly to Rocky River.
That's where I grew up.
Rocky River?
Yeah.
I like Rocky River.
Yeah?
Okay, I got a great question, totally off the cuff. What's your favorite road to drive on? Your favorite road?
In the world?
Well, I guess that's a hard... Let's keep it local because, you could talk about mountain ranges and all that, and we're not interested in that tonight. Let's talk about local streets that you could just drive and drive and drive for hours on.
Well,
I'll tell you mine if you tell me yours.
Okay, well, you go first.
Okay.
Okay.
My favorite road to drive on, and I don't know why it's my favorite road. Probably it's my favorite road because the lights are perfectly timed. That's a big plus. So you get all
Carnegie.
Carnegie is good, but this is even longer. You get perfectly timed lights, but you get enough of that glossy type of oval, like commercialization. It's kind of fun to view while you're passing through. So it's not, it's not like a countryside type view. It's disgusting commercialization, but it's fun to drive through when you time the lights just right. And that is Menor Avenue, Route 20. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Menor Avenue. Polite applause. You get on Menor Avenue around Paynesville, and it's like, phew, there you go to Great Lakes Mall. It's something.
You know, I stick closer to home, actually.
Well, I used to work out there. That's the only way I knew about it. Tell me your favorite road.
I have three roads, three favorite roads. Train Avenue, and that's the wildest ride, actually. And then Clark Avenue from the steel mills to the very end at 5 p.m. The best ride in Cleveland. And then the other one is the little alley behind my house that makes about 4 little turns, and you end up at the Raleigh Inn. Have you ever been to the Raleigh Inn?
No, I haven't.
Oh, would you like to go sometime?
Yes, I would. Okay. Where is it exactly?
It's on Raleigh, and it kind of overlooks the steel mills, and it's a steel mill bar. They open. Well, I don't know if they ever close, but they open about 5 in the morning for the third shift workers that come up the hill.
Okay, let's make a date for, say, like 5:20.
Okay.
Go down there really early in the morning. There's a bar next to me where I live in Lakewood.
You live in Lakewood?
Yeah, Birdtown. Yeah.
Birdtown.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Birdtown's okay.
Birdtown. Amy Sparks, ladies and gentlemen. Amy Sparks, ladies and gentlemen.
You too can be part of the excitement. Call us at 221-4066.
Sweet.
Yes,
Well, say it.
it is a glorious evening.
And you hear the sounds of woman in the throngs of passion. Don't bother me, please, don't bother me.
Circus Interruptus, our band. Without them, couldn't happen. Couldn't happen.
Did they have like a theme song that they did? How did it go? How did it go?
I can't remember right now.
Do you guys?
You don't do anything basically with one hand.
Been here on this show, and the tech crew, Aaron, Kevin, and Andy.
Hey.
You're holding it sideways.
Wow, what can I say? Until next time, ciao. Bye-bye.